You probably heard about agents and now you're still wondering what the hell is that and how it can be useful in your work. My name is Nick, I'm a head of business development at Siona, and today we're gonna build real agents from the scratch. So before we start, let's actually check what agents we're gonna build. First of all, we need to mention that these agents are fully for sales team, but do not worry because the same logic can be applied for any other department. Regarding our agents, the first one called Lead Finder. Basically, if you're building a product or promoting or selling a product, you understand what is your ICP or what is your potential client that can be interested in your product. And you have a description of this client. So once you give the description to agent, the agent will find the relevant clients for you, score them based on their signals, and then provide the list of clients to you. You can run this agent to work 24 hours a 7, or you can run it to work it like every week, for example. It doesn't really matter, but the goal is to build this agent. The second one, email writer. The idea here is also pretty simple. Once you found someone you want to write something personal, so the second agent will gather the information from the first one and then create a very natural messages for every lead based on the lead information. The third one called call notifier. This one is very simple. Once you receive a new call or once you receive a new reply from your lead, you definitely want to get as much context as possible. So this agent actually gathers all the context about the lead, so you are prepared for the call. And another reason that this agent can actually suggest you next steps based on lead behavior in your product or social media, for example. The social intent finder, this one also is very interesting. You are building a product and you actually solve the real pain market has. But the thing is that there are a lot of people currently discussing the same pain in social media, in Reddit, in LinkedIn, in X, or on Twitter. And if you can only gather all these signals and reach out to these potential clients, because it seems like they have already this problem and you can solve it, this will definitely bring you new leads. And this agent actually will find these leads and provide it to you by scraping social media. And in our case, it's LinkedIn. The last one is competitor tracker. I guess this one is pretty clear, but the idea here is also very simple. If you want to be ahead of your competitors, you definitely need to check them every day, every week. And considering that there are too many competitors on the market, you don't really want to visit every site, every social media channel, but you want to get some kind of gathering information about them. This agent will actually gather this information for you and provide it to your Slack account or just store it in Google Docs, for example. That's pretty it. So let's build our first agent. Okay, so our first agent, lead finder. This agent should do only 3 things. First, it should find prospects for us based on the description that we will provide about our potential clients. Then lead has to score all the prospects that it will find and then rank them and prioritize so we could focus only on those potential clients who are like most important for us because they have more signals to become our clients. So let's build it. First, all we need to do is to open Siona. You can sign up or simply log in. Then you click Home, Create, and click Agent. That's pretty it. So now we will build the first agent that we just discussed. And here I have a very brief prompt. We would like to find 5 HR leads in Europe who are likely good fit for the product that we actually use, Siona. We looking for specialists in Europe with company size up to 1,000 employees with particular roles like head of HR, VP, people, and etc. And the company type is also, it should be fast-growing company where we expect that the workload would be quite high. And then we expect that AI agent will provide us the result in a particular form. So it should contain name, LinkedIn URL of the potential client, the company name, role, and etc. We want to return only 5 results. So let's see how it works. We just click run. So on the screen, you can see 2 parts. On the right side, it's actually the part where all the communication happens with the AI agent, while on the left side, here we will find a bit later the whole agent structure, every step, and all the permissions that agent will request. Just make it more transparent for you so you can control every step. So here our agent proposes a strict plan. The agent will check Apollo, which is a very large database of clients. Then it will connect LinkedIn just to scrape all the data there and make a deep search. Also, we want to store our clients' potential prospects on Google Sheets. So let's add them to it can be Google Sheet or any other CRM like HubSpot, ATO, whatever. It's up to you, but let's just clarify this. So now, as you can see, our agent started connecting different tools. When you launch the agent for the first time, just after you register on the platform, probably it will ask you for confirmation to connect all the tools. So you could check what kind of permission it requests, but later on, it's not necessary because the agent will already have all tools connected. Great. Now on the left side, you can notice that something happened. Here you can find all the steps that agent will execute to find our leads. And here you can find Apollo, LinkedIn, Google Sheet, just everything that we just discussed. And below there is also agent instructions. You can check manually what exactly the agent will do. Yeah, that's it. The agent is ready. So let's run it. So as you can see, our agent starts working and now it finds leads based on our description. So let's wait until the work will be finished so we can check the result. And now we can see that our agent started building a Google Sheet, so where all the data will be kept. And finally, we got our leads. We can find them here. And we also expect to see them in our Google Doc. So let's open it. Here is our list of clients, potential clients that we can reach out. And here we can find name, LinkedIn URL, company name, and role. And actually the exact reason why we think that this lead will be a good fit with our company. And it's also scored. So let's imagine that we'll have like 100 leads or even more. They all will be scored. And based on this scoring, you can prioritize those who you feel are most relevant for you. We built our first agent, congratulations, and let's move forward to the next one. And one more thing that I wanted to mention is that you may probably ask yourself, hey, why do I need to use Tiona but not ChatGPT or Cloud Code or any other service? Well, you can use both. But the thing is that when you use Cloud Code, everything works until you close the laptop. Once you close it, everything stops. The next reason is that when you create something in Cloud Code or ChatGPT, you need to share it with your whole team. But instead of sharing the agent itself, you share the skills, and these skills should be installed in Cloud Code system again, and that's again, and again. And basically, there is no like unique source of truth for everyone. In Tiona, it works in a way that all the agents can be launched and work 24 hours, 7 days a week without any interruptions. It doesn't really matter whether you're working on the laptop or not. It will be launched and run for you. And the second reason, if you want to share agent with the whole team, you can easily do this without installing manually skills again, without installing anything. You just share it and you work together. So we've built our first agent and now it's time to build a second one. Just to remind you, our second agent should take the leads from the first one, prepare personal emails, and send them out to our leads. And yeah, let's see how it works in practice. Okay, we've built our first agent and it's time to build the next one. Before we proceed, we will make another step towards AI building. And we will build a separate place for our agents just to keep them in one space. And what we need to do is to click create space. We can name our space HR sales agents. Click create. And then the space will analyze all my existing agents and propose me a few ways how I can merge them or keep in one place. In our case, space is the place where you can keep all the agents that are related to a particular role or a particular sphere. Let's say you want to keep all the agents about HR in one space and all agents about sales in another space. And then you can simply share all the agents in this space with your team. This is a good way to sharing a bunch of agents with other people. Another thing that if you would provide LinkedIn account of you or LinkedIn account of your company and briefly describe what are you doing in this company, what is your role. The space will suggest you a number of agents that you can build right away because they will be useful for your particular role. Our space found a number of agents and it proposes us to add these agents to the space. Actually, we don't really want to add them because we prefer to start from scratch and add our existing agent that we have. We simply click plus button. We can click pick an agent, and here is our agent that we built before. And yeah, now it's here. This is our first agent. Now, the most interesting part that you don't need to like find another chat to build another agent. You can simply open the chat and chat with the whole space. Let's build the second one. I have a very brief prompt. So the idea here is to build an agent that will take the leads from the document that we have. Also, here is the link to the document. And prepare outreach emails for every lead and also prepare follow-ups and send them out. Or you can ask agent to simply draft these emails and send them after you approve them, okay? Agents proposed us to build the agent. Here is a brief description what can be built. And it's looks good, yeah. We can click any button here if you want to change something, like not on 3 or 4 days apart, but let's say 2. It can be also adjusted. And all the drafts will be written in Google Sheet back. So yeah, let's build it. Yeah, here we can see that agent just warns us that there is no tool on Gmail to schedule emails via API, but that there is no issue because you can schedule these emails in agent itself, and so no worries. Our agent has been created. Let's see it here. Our agent is built. Run the agent. Okay, our agent has been built and all emails have been written. So let's open our spreadsheet and see how it looks like. And what we have here, as you remember, on the first step, we built a list of leads, and then we used pretty the same table. And here we have new columns where describe the message angle, first message follow-up, and the third follow-up. There is also a status, so whether the email is just drafted or has been sent. It also will be displayed here, and particular dates. So there is subject, and there is also a not very short, but very nice email. Let's get back to our agent and see what we can do next. Okay, and here we can find that all the emails were scheduled. They will be sent tomorrow. Yeah, it seems we are ready to go. And we can also ask agent to send them right away. So let's just send one message and see how it works. So what it means for you, you can automate the whole flow. You can ask the first agent to find, let's say, 200 leads per month. And you can ask the second agent to prepare all the outreach emails and send them daily. And you don't need to make it manually anymore. And yeah, here we can see that before sending something in email, the agent required our permission to do this. Okay, the message has been sent and you can open it on email and check. Yeah, here is the email and it has been already sent. And of course, you can change these emails and ask agent to make it shorter or longer, or use your own skills. You can just give the agent the skill on GitHub or Cloud MD skill file, and agent will follow the skill. But that's pretty it, and we've built our second agent. Let's move forward. Well, we've built our first agent, then we built the second one, and now it's time to build third one, which called call Notifier. Let me remind you that our first agent should find leads, while the second one prepares personal emails for each of them. And now we want to build an agent that will notify us in Slack once someone books a call Obviously, we will not have any calls right now, but in sake of demo, I'll share with you the Slack message as a draft of what should happen when someone books a call. Let's go. As I mentioned before, we can continue building in the same space, in the same chat, and we don't need to find different chats and see where are our agents. And yeah, I show you that currently we have those two agents that I mentioned before. And yeah, here is my prompt. It's very short. So I ask him to create a new agent, and I provide a Google Sheet that we created before, notify me when something happens, and share this message to Slack. Yeah, here it is. And yeah, let's build. Here we can see the plan that was proposed by AI. Here's all the instructions. Yeah, it's also nice that agent will read reply content and mark it as positive or neutral or negative. That's also good and will give us more context about our clients. Also add more info about lead. But in ideal world, when someone books a new meeting, your agent can retrieve the data not only from LinkedIn or Gmail, but also from your CRM product dashboard, your analytics dashboard, whatever you have this data about lead, and then combine it in one profile so you know not only where this lead came from, but also what actions this lead made in your product. So you can be more precise during the conversation with this lead. Okay, so the agent has been created and now we can run it manually. But first send the test message to Slack to make sure everything works. It's just a draft, but still we can understand what kind of information will be shared with us in Slack. And then we have the status, what exactly happened, and what exact message was provided by the lead, and how our AI categorized this, and a bit of context about lead, and then proposed next steps from our AI agent. So there are two agents left, and I'm gonna build them in a very fast way, just since we learned all the basics about AI agents. So the social intent finder. Let me remind you that this agent actually should find signals on LinkedIn and try to find related posts or comments from our ICPs or prospects who are discussing the problem that can be solved with our product. As usual, we open our chat. We remember that we have three agents, and then we just simply input a very brief prompt. I prepared it before the recording, but you can take this. But here is an idea. Search LinkedIn for posts about the problem or product solves. Find posts where people talk about automating sales or HR workflows, finding leads, writing outreach, and everything else. For each relevant post, save the post link, extract the author, extract comments and likes. We will use the same Google Sheet as we used before. And then once we gather all these leads, we could definitely ask our outreach agent to prepare drafts for them and outreach these potential prospects. This is how it works. Everything is ready, so let's run. The interesting thing is not just building from scratch, it looks for similar agents in space just to save tokens, money, and of course save our time. And yeah, it's description what will be built. And also there are some suggestions that we can consider, but for us it looks good, let's build it. Now while our agent works, we can open Google Sheet and see how our agent adds new leads that he found on LinkedIn. And yeah, it's like a magic, right? And it's not done manually, it's everything done by AI agent that we just built just with like few minutes. There is LinkedIn URL. There is also particular post that was found. And yeah, seems everything works. Then just to remind you, we can take all these leads to our second agent, prepare outreach emails and send them out. And this machine can work like 24 hours, 7 days a week. Now let's open our agent again. Yeah, we can also set this agent on recurring schedule. So let's say weekly. And every week we will receive new leads. We will automatically outreach them. And this like the cycle that can be repeated And that's pretty it. We've built another agent, and let's move to our last agent, which called competitor tracker. The last agent that we have for today called competitor tracker, the idea is pretty the same as the previous one, but here instead of finding new potential clients who write good posts about the issue we can solve as a product, we're gonna scan for our competitors and regularly check what happens on their social media pages or on their websites, and put all this data in Google Sheet as well. Or we can also send it to Slack, and then based on this information, we can ask our agent to propose next steps. I mean, ask them to propose changes in our landing page or in our tone of voice. This is the idea, so let's build it. We are here again, and this is our chat where we built our previous 4 agents. And I have a prompt, which is very common and usual. So we are T1 AI. We ask the agent to scan our competitors daily and propose steps or changes based on this information and store all the data in Google Doc. So let's build this. So our agent asks us few questions. First of all, the agent should visit our page, scan the data, scan all the text, and understand what we are doing and find competitors that are doing pretty the same. The second question, we will use the same Slack as we used before, which called actually sales HR. And the last one, we will use a new doc and we will ask our AI agent to build this new doc. And let's proceed. Let's send it and wait. While it's building, I decided to find this doc in Google Drive and try to catch the moment when exactly this will be filled with the data about our competitors and what will be the result. So here it is. So what you have here, we have link on the last announce of the competitors. We can see what exactly changed just in one line. The idea of the message, the context, and why it matters for us. And yeah, there are a few more competitors. And based on this data, we can decide whether we should change our strategy or whether we should find a new partner or a new provider and vendor. Or from the selling perspective, we can find if someone partnered up with a new platform. So we can also try to act like that and find this platform. Now we see Bardi partnered up with HubSpot, which is a huge advantage, definitely. But there are too many ways how this data can be used. We will ask our AI agent to scan our competitors daily and provide all the information to our Slack account also. So let's open the Slack and see what we have here. And this is our Slack account, a sales HR that we used to send notifications about our potential clients. So here we also have this notification from our agent that scrapes data about our competitors. A brief summary, and again, this document that we saw before. And that's pretty it. We've built 5 agents. Let's see them one more time just to refresh our knowledge. Yeah, so the first agent is HR Leader ACP Finder. The goal is to find all prospects that fit our ICP, our description. And then the second one is HR Outreach Drafter. This one prepares personalized emails for our prospects that we found on the first step. Then we have HR Leads Reply and Call Monitor. This one notifies us on Slack once someone from prospects booked a call with us. And in this notification, we should have as much information about our lead as possible to get prepared for the call and make the call productive. Then we have 2 agents. The first one, the LinkedIn Signal Prospector. It finds for us prospects and people who commented or wrote a post about an issue or about the solution which is relevant to our product. And then this agent retrieves the information about the post owner, about people who commented this post, and pushes all the information to our agent, which prepares personalized emails and send them. And the last one, competitor tracker, helps us to monitor our competitors daily. Gives us a lot of context about what our competitors do, what new changes they have. And this agent also shows us why this or that change is crucial for us. And yeah, Let's see one more time what we have here. 5 agents, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 sub-agents. We've built it just by chatting. No need to do something manually, no need to build nodes. You just chat with the space, not with like every agent. You can simply share these agents just by clicking share link. You can enter the email here and copy the link that we will receive here and send it to your friend, to your colleague, and they will have all the same agents they can use. So they don't need to build anything manually. And the best part, it works 24 hours, 7 days a week without interruption because you closed your laptop or just because you didn't like click on the right button uh, in a cloud code or ChatGPT. Everything works automatically. And thank you for joining me on today's journey, for watching this video, because I try to explain everything in a way that you can apply it. I know there's noise on the market and you probably overwhelmed with all this stuff from people who building a very large and like complex systems and call this AI agents and AI agent pipeline. But in real life, all you need is to have a goal and the idea what you want to build. Then in most cases, and at least in Tiona, our AI will help you to build the right agent so you don't need to worry about the architecture or the logic behind that. You just need to set up a goal. That's it. Thank you so much. I'm Nick, Head of Business Development at Tiona, and see you later.